third John Gill video. After this one, I promise I'll stop counting. It's just so if you encounter it in a few years from now, you'll know it's one of my early ones, and I'm still trying to work out various things about how I talk without mumbling and how I record without noise. Trying to get the kinks worked out, and I'm sure you'll have a smooth experience watching my videos in no time. I wanted to talk about the character of Michael Burnham here, because that's the thing currently airing in regards of Star Trek, or not so Star Trek depending on your viewpoint. After 1.5 decades since the cancellation of Enterprise, a show I'm sure I'm in a minority to absolutely love, it certainly wasn't what I wished for. But I'm a pretty tolerant guy when it comes to my favorite franchises. I'm a Star Wars fan too, and I loved the prequel series for all its problems. And I'm a Batman fan, and I love whatever weird things they'll do to him, so I was going into Star Trek Discovery ready to love it too, no matter what weird ideas they might have. But then there was Michael Burnham. You know, back in my more adventurous days, actually almost 20 years ago by now, how old I feel thinking back, I had this friend. He was a pothead. Very dedicated one. Couldn't do anything without smoking a bowl first. To each their own, eh? Anyway, we all know you're not supposed to take anything and drive, but he liked to smoke one before getting in the car, and one day he stopped at a traffic light in the middle of nowhere, and the cops watched. And they said, "Nobody stops at this traffic light in the middle of nowhere. Are you on something?" They took a urine sample, and of course he was on something. He was stoned like he always was. So he got his fine, got his license taken away. And here in Germany, if you get your license taken away for something like that, you gotta wait a couple of years, and then you can take a test of sorts to get it back, called a medicinal psychological examination, which costs you about $2,000 or so in euros, which is even more in dollars. And he did that. Got his license back for 2,000 euros. And on the day he got his license back, he smoked a bowl, got in his car, drove, and the cops caught him. Oh, how we laughed. He was the laugh of our entire circle of friends for weeks. Like, how can you be so incredibly dumb to get your license back and lose it the same exact day for the same exact thing you lost it for the last time? How incredibly dumb can a human being be? Poor guy, for how much we laughed about him back then. It was almost bullying. But he sure deserved it for such an incredibly dumb move. Ridiculous. Okay, so, Michael Burnham. She was sentenced to life in prison for insubordination. For mutiny in particular, getting a captain killed for being so dumb as to never follow any orders from a superior whatsoever. But generally just for insubordination, trying to overrule her captain twice. First by trying to neck pinch her, and then by getting her killed. She got out of it because an insane mass murderer from an alternate universe recruited her for his ship that wasn't really his. And then she brought back a Kelpian-eating genocidal version of the captain she got killed. So she was acquitted from her life sentence because something was reasons. Anyway, she's like my friend now. After he got his license back, and we're in season 2 of Star Trek Discovery. Like, he got stoned, drove again, we're in season 2. She's had a life sentence. Life in freaking prison. For her insubordination. What does she do? Does she follow a single order of her new captain? Nope. Does she tell the truth to her captain when she has the choice between truth or lie? Nope. If there's anything she has to report to her captain and she has to choose between telling or withholding, does she tell him? Nope. She got acquitted from her life in prison sentence for her insubordination for no reason that makes any sense. But does she let up on her insubordination? Nope, she doubles down on it. She's more insubordinate as ever. Than ever. Sorry. She's like my friend getting in the car the day after he got his license back, except more so. She's like, okay, I got acquitted for no reason that makes Since, from my life sentence for insubordination, that means now I'll follow orders even less. That means I'll give the lip to my superior officer even more. That means, damn, they tried to convict me for it once. It didn't work. Nobody knows why. I'll take it to the maximum. My superior officers be damned. I'll do whatever I want. I'll do whatever the hell I want. And if my captain or any admirals or whoever don't like it, I'll berate them for it. That works. On Star Trek Discovery it does. It works. It's like my friend getting caught the second time. Except he tells the cops to buzz off and drives on, and there are no consequences. Why would there be consequences? Cops can just buzz off. Damn cops. So in the last episode I saw Michael Burnham went to Talos 4. As we know as Trekkies, that carries the death sentence. Maybe Michael Burnham figures that her life sentence and her new death sentence will cancel each other out. Life plus death equals neither. Like, why wouldn't it be that way? Goes into restricted space, punishable by death, already with a life sentence for mutiny, who cares? Cops can just buzz off. Damn cops. How are there never any consequences to that? What else will the show allow her to do? Next episode I guess she'll rape the president of the Federation to death and decapitate his or her children and wear their heads as a head, like Garland Green and Con Air, because why not? She gets away with everything. What's going to happen to her? The chain of command has no meaning. The rule of law has no meaning. It's total anarchy. She wants to do her stuff. Let her do her stuff. It's Michael Burnham. No, seriously. Star Trek Discovery has had some seriously good stuff. I'm not as hateful as some people. It has some seriously good stuff, especially in the second season. Especially with the character interactions between Stamets, Ash Tyler, and the resurrected Hugh Culber. The payoff in this last episode I've just seen with Hugh Culber meeting Ash Tyler, that was just seriously cool. But Michael Burnham? Jesus, what a mind job. It's just something that drags down everything. Even Ethan Peck as Spock, who everyone expected to ruin Spock, is 10 times cooler than I feared. If only it wasn't for Michael Burnham. Who in their right mind is in the writing room and comes up with all these cool stories about Hugh Culber, Stamets, Ash Tyler, or Spock and Captain Pike, and thinks that Michael Burnham character that vomits over every single rule of Starfleet and Star Trek belongs in that? You gotta do some serious rethinking about what you're doing writing for this show. Talk to Alex Kurtzman about it. Tell him you can't work like this. Tell him either Michael Burnham goes or you go. Show some pride.